Today we're going to be working in open D tuning. Today I have in my hand my National Resophonic guitar, but any old guitar will do, but we're going to be tuning it down to open D. So if your action to begin with is already a little bit too low, it might not sound as good. So just keep that in mind. So if you're not familiar with open D, the strings from the lowest sounding to the highest sounding are going to be D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. It sounds like this. So again, D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. Awesome. So we're going to talk a little bit about improvisation using the major scale in an open D tuning. So there's two different ways we can look at a scale. We can look at it horizontally or vertically up and down the first string. So I'm going to go over them both. So the major scale is one of the most common scales in history. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Oftentimes you can really use your ear to figure it out because it's a scale that most people know even if they don't know how to play music. But we're going to start by playing the major scale up the high D string, this first string. I have a slide in my hand and I'm going to play slide, but you can just fret the note as well. So it sounds like this. Going down. And I'm using my fingers. We're not going to go over exact technique for the fingers. That's in another video of mine. So again, for frets, it's going to be open, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. 12, 11, 9, 7, 5, 4, 2, open. So you can practice going up and down the scale like that, and maybe even pedaling. That means a long held note in the bass on your low D. And like I say in my other videos, I love to play along with cello drones. So that's just long held notes on the cello. You can find those on YouTube or Spotify. Just type in cello drone in D, in the key of D, or they have them in any key. And that's kind of like a really long held out note that is really nice to just kind of meditate on. And so once you get that scale down, going up and down, you can begin to change it up a little bit and begin to make melodies. Or maybe figure out melodies that you already know, like Amazing Grace. And if you can begin to start to use your ear to find melodies that you already know, you can begin to make up your own. So maybe try to pluck out some folk melodies to get your ear training kind of going in your ear. And also, keep in mind about just the intervals. Pay attention to the intervals you're using. Notice when there's a whole step or a half step, and you can begin to memorize those and use those in all aspects of your playing. So if you obviously need to go over that again, you can back up the video and do it as many times as you want, but we're going to move on. So that was vertically, doing the scale vertically. And now we're going to do the scale horizontally. And I really love to do this major scale with an open tuning because you get a lot of open ringing notes. the beauty of an open tuning, is that you can get notes rubbing against each other, resolving tension, resolve tension. It just makes for a really beautiful sound. So let's go over the scale, and I'm going to put my slide down. I'm not going to play slide here on this particular exercise. You can eventually incorporate this slide, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. And like I said, if you don't know how to play slide, this is not the video to learn it on. I have other videos about that as well. So it sounds like this. And I'll name the frets now. So it's open, 2, 4, 5, open, 2, 4, open. That's the next octave up. Open, 2, open, 1, 3. Or sorry, open, 1, open, 2, 4, open. So when I do that slow, I kind of trip up. Let's start again. Open, 2, 4, 5, open, 2, 4, open, 2, open, 1, open, 2, 4, open. Let's go back down. Open, 4, 2, open, 1, open, 2, open, 4, 2, open, 5, 4, 2, open. Now, like I said, this is a video. You can just bring it on back. If you need to write the fret numbers out, that's fine, but I recommend just listening to it a bunch of times and learning it by ear. Remember, you know the scale by heart. I mean, if you're as old as I am, I'm not that old, but in my generation, we watched The Sound of Music in school like a million times, and that song, do, a deer, a female deer, re, a drop of golden sun. So I have that scale in my head, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. When you have that ingrained in your ear and you miss a note, you know that's off and you can adjust yourself. So it's okay to kind of fumble around in the dark and really trust yourself and trust your ear. If you miss a wrong note, oh, that's not right. Really use your ears and try to learn it before maybe, I'm not saying it's cheating, but before writing down the fret names, really trust your ear here. So like I said, you can bring that back and go over it again. But you can start to use parts of this scale in combination with chords and making melodies. So I'll just give you a little example. I'll have another video that talks about different chords you can play within an open tuning, but and then you can even incorporate the vertical. So pretty, right? Almost kind of sounds like a pleasant banjo. So I think the step here is to really get to know the intervals of the scale and really trust your ear, play it in order. Start really slow, much slower than this. And then you can take it in little chunks, like what I usually tell students. Maybe take the middle section, or the 1, 2, 3, the 4th string. Take that section first. Isolate that. you can do the same thing that you did with finding little melodies like Amazing Grace or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, how we did vertically. And you can always practice with that pedal on the low D, or you can practice with your cello drones. And then if you are a slide player, which we could talk about in other videos, but you can practice that scale with the pinky with your slide. Some people play with the pinky and some people play with the ring finger. It doesn't really matter. But you can put it on your pinky and... And there you have it. I know there's so much to cover within every lesson, but I wanted to give you a tidbit, a place to start with improvising in the a major open D key. My name is Sarah Rogo, and thank you so much for tuning in this virtual lesson. If you have any questions or you want to sign up for a one-on-one virtual Zoom lesson with me privately, you can shoot me an email or message me on any social media platform. Also keep in mind, I have a subscription fan page. You can sign up through my website, and it's only $5 a month. It's kind of like buying me a cup of coffee every month in exchange for all of this exclusive content, including lessons and unreleased tracks, videos, performances, discounts on lessons. So you can sign up through my website. And thank you guys so much for the support, whether it's with lesson videos on my social medias or sending me private messages, letting me know how much my music means to you. That really goes a long way for a musician. So thanks again for tuning in, and I will catch you guys next time.